What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Redemption 46 Studios. I'm Nick.
안녕,
I'm Keith.
And I'm Jarek.
You know the vibes. Y'all seen the picture. Y'all seen the thumbnail. Y'all know why y'all here. Euphoria, BTS, JK. It's fucking Jungkook Day. Happy birthday, JK.
Jungkook.
Do do do. Do do do.
Say something.
Do do do. You tell him happy birthday right now. You fucking mean it.
I'll fucking up.
No long talk. Let's jump right into Euphoria and
He
then
didn't
have
say
a,
shit yet. Oh, sorry.
and then have a dope conversation when we're done. If this is your first time on the channel, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe and become a real redeemer today.
Ooh. Put your damn snacks down and hit the button.
Hit the goddamn button. It's okay, CZ Keith.
Y'all better make sure y'all jump on that Patreon because it's JK Day on there too. Turn up. Okay. Oh shit. That's me. That's my move right now. Hit that like button.
Whoa, who's that?
Oh
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Oh.
Splash.
Is this the jump right after I have that shirt.
Yeah, they was wearing another shirt. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so it was like probably half the world.
Yeah, I was like,
so Nirvana
outfitters.
shirt. It's funny having a Nirvana shirt and being in the water drowning.
Or blowing your head off.
That was they did that intentionally. You make me begin.
Clara de Luna.
It's funny they be having them sleeping in them 16th century Victorian shirts.
That song is so
There's this
peaceful.
interview with the vampire now.
Yeah. Sukchi, your wins have been noticed. You're a junk guy.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh. Get him out of there. Yoongi's crazy.
Shit. It's like the kind of joint you just play with your one glass of wine.
Yeah, this one's a lot slower than the one I know. But you heard the song before. The King of Monsters trailer.
Jin sees everything happening at once.
Yeah, I'm guessing this is a time walk thing.
All BU shit.
Does she run?
Sugar's out.
So is this like a documentary?
This video. I feel you getting antsy. Don't worry, it's the video's almost there.
What's going on right now?
These are cut like interludes and stuff like that, and then kind of draws you in for you to go listen to the CD to hear the studio
You a theater
cut.
kid? This just done real artsy.
I know.
It's an artsy montage.
I know you said it like that. Jared does theater. Yep.
Yeah.
I was just wondering.
And you like all that dramatic type stuff.
But that's not his personality at all.
He talked like one of the jocks and shit.
Tell me the police.
Like I had a life.
I had a life before I met you.
Euphoria.
You good now?
It's a nice build up.
Take my hands now.
Euphoria, my time again. Shit, alright.
지워진 꿈을 찾아 헤맸을까 운명 같은 하나님을 달아 아픈 너의 눈빛이 너와 같은 것을 보는 걸 On your place stay in dreams
hate y'all. Everybody hand move. Yours under the table, his on the side. I'm here, he on the side. It's hilarious. Good times.
I like those keys. I'll sample those keys. Speed them up.
BTS gotta stop doing that, having throwaway little melodies and shit where it's like, yo, should be like, loop that. They've been doing too many crimes in that pickup truck, man.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm like, yo, y'all gonna get caught, bro.
Change them plates.
Yeah, change the plates up, man.
They released the
Y'all gonna
department
stick out like a
trash.
sore thumb in Korea with a Ford.
You got Barney Fife in there.
Y'all would jump
yo.
off that joint. Y'all would
Yeah.
jump off that joint.
Yeah.
It's like a fun time.
A chunks I decided to fly off of it.
Sit there, yeah, not here. You don't want to fall in the school code here.
Yeah. It's a wrap. Come out like boy from
You'll come out like Wolf from Robocop.
Yeah.
I do a swanton bomb off that joint.
That's if you come out at all. Them catfish might eat you.
Some clean legs too.
Tianga.
Do a flip.
They're like they going to a baby shower.
Yeah.
Gender reveal.
Pada.
I love me a good silent film.
See, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Look at you.
Is it the same fucking guy that had the artwork earlier?
You gotta give him some music. You gotta give him some music first, y'all.
earlier.
He needed the 808 to drop.
That's all.
It's nothing funnier when we see like you starting to get antsy. He was like,
I was like, yo, I see it already, bro. Chill out.
You not gonna jump? Damn. That's a crazy name to have. Hitman Bang.
Call it hits.
Hitman.
well, I mean, at the end of the day, he produced and did so many hits. I feel like the name only right now.
What if he's a different kind of hitman?
Maybe and shit. Things had to happen early on. Say, nah.
How you think we got here?
He said, hit me making them
You don't
phone
call him
calls.
Bang for no reason.
Nah, bang the fucking phone on you.
Bang out on one of you fucking haters.
Ain't talking money, baby.
Nah, though, Euphoria is a part of my three-peat for like JK. Y'all probably heard us.
Cat and Maddie got dropped now.
Fuck him, the show must go on. Nah.
Now it's called Maddie.
But this, My Time and Begin kind of like they three-peat. That might change tonight, though. You know, so that it may change tonight with the Redeemers put us on 1,000 different JK tracks.
Would you count Wasted on Me as a JK track?
No, just because you still got Arm rapping and then you got like Jimin doing like those like behind the scene vocals and everything like
I
that.
like that one.
But I love Wasted on Me. That's kind of one of I think they very much underrated like American tracks and like just kind of tracks in general. Yep. But yeah, this song is really dope. I love the register that it's in. I like JK when he's in like this pop element, when like he can get his vocals off, and then just those none of those pop chords where like you say whatever the chorus is, and then basically you quiet for like 15 seconds, and it adds in like that, or just whatever the beat is and shit like that. I love pop songs like that. They're simple, but also crazy because I don't think everyone can write a pop song neither, like or a good or a catchy one. So I always find that unique because people will just be like, oh, it's catchy as shit, but like it's regular, and I'd be like, well, everybody can't write a regular hit record. You know what I mean? So
If that was the case,
everyone would just be like kind of writing them and
everybody
shit
making
like
a
that.
hit song.
But yeah, I love it. I love the summer feel. Like I love the aesthetic and everything. Like this is really dope. How do y'all feel?
It's a pretty good start coming, bro. You're getting so much crazy. It's almost like professional, man.
Like,
You know,
Brothers?
I feel like at first I was very confused. So, I mean, I see what they were doing. It
What
took
were
a
they
while. What?
What were they doing?
That's a dumbass question. Like I just
You said you see what they were. You said you see what they were doing.
he said, don't make me explain
yeah,
anything
like
in front of
what
people.
the fuck? Yeah,
Oh, you don't
I
like it,
saw
huh?
exactly what they were doing, and I understood it. What you say, bro?
I said elaborate on. You said you saw what they were doing. I just said what were they doing?
Let me get to my point,
You
bro.
didn't. Go ahead, continue.
Shit, damn. Fuck.
He's distracting now.
Yeah, now I lost my train of thought.
I know, bro.
Shit.
Now you forgot it. This is classic moves. I like it. Spin.
Yeah, like I was saying, I really enjoyed this. I was very confused at first. The editing threw me off, but to each their own. Once that 808 dropped, I was enjoying it. I'm not a. I feel like to me, JK seems to hold back sometimes. Just to me, he has a lot of talent, and it's clear that the others feed off of his vibe and his energy sometimes. I would just hopefully tonight I would like to see more of him kind of being more dominant with his presence, if that makes any sense. I wish I would have seen them jump off that thing. That would have been very entertaining. I love stunts. This was a vibe. This was enjoyable. I'd like to smoke on that rooftop with them. By the way, the color in that, I don't know what is that. That's this room right here. This is very.
It's a yellow.
It feels like purgatory,
Or a
but
tan.
in a good way.
Oh,
So
I know
that
what
was-
you mean.
You know what I mean? Like this.
The-
Yeah. It was very dope.
When you said like you feel like he like holds back, did you feel like wearing this track, or you meant like just in general?
Yeah, he has a really great voice. After we seen the vocalizing video, I was really able to notice him a little bit more.
There's some appreciation.
Yeah, it's good to show love and appreciate. And here, I think this was I guess I just want to see more of his solo work, if I'm being honest. This was a BTS song. I want to see JK do JK things. And being in a group, right, I think being the main vocalist is a lot of pressure, but it's also like sometimes I feel like you don't want to overstep your boundaries. And I don't know, maybe he feels that way. Maybe he doesn't want to do too much or overdo the others, but I'm just interested in seeing more of his work. Because I feel like, to me, we haven't seen his best, if I'm being honest. Like, wow.
The best is
The
yet
best
to
yet to
come.
come.
Yeah, there you go. Wow. Full circle. Yeah, the best is yet to come from JK. When is he scheduled to release the solo John?
We're
He
not
should be next.
not sure. Your
RM
RM
is
is next.
Oh.
Which might be in a couple weeks. We don't know. Because he's next on the birthday list for
The
this role.
monster.
Nah, but it's
Cookie
interesting.
Monster. Yeah.
It's interesting that
That'd be a nice duo.
That's JK's favorite hymn.
yeah, it's interesting that like you said, like you felt like he was like held back, even though like he's literally like the front man. We're gonna have other conversations because I'm not. I wanna organically talk about like the conversations we always talking about JK, what the music will sound like once he's kind of separated from the group and is kind of doing things, because I am interested to kind of hear what that sound is going to be like.
I think with me, just to jump in with, I feel some of what Jarek is saying, but I think from me listening to it more, I think it's more like JK is like the most used paintbrush. Out of the vocal line was a set of paintbrushes. JK is the most used one. Then the others have their own dramatic flair. Like he's the, or just
He's
simple.
yeah,
Like I said,
I get what you mean.
yeah,
Trying to be nice,
basically, like all right, like I said, better yet, a better metaphor would be there. If BTS was a house, RM is the foundation, is where the group started, everything like that. JK is the structure of everything that they do, everything that they're around, and everything like that. And the other members come into places, what do you want to call it, like the paint on the outside of the house, the furniture that you decorate with the house, you know what I'm saying, like the amenities, other stuff like that, just make Bangtan a solid, nice ass crib, you know what I'm saying? So I just feel like that's that's kind of the best way to put what JK does. He's the structure of everything they do, all the hooks, all the type of songs, and everything is like that. It's kind of built around him on the chorus, or just vocally and everything like that. But so like I said, just tying that in with what Jarek was saying, I do feel at times like the solo tracks, you hear little hints of stuff, but he doesn't really color it. Like, I expect more of like what he did on the In the Soup theme song. No, baby, all of that, like the runs and everything like that. Color a little bit more on your solo songs. That's how I put it. I guess that's what I want from him, to kind of color a little bit more, because it does sound like, even with My Time or Euphoria, it does sound a tad bit subdued, like he's holding back. And he's not.
I was about to say, in fairness, all them songs are kind of in the same register. Like, they kind of all, like, remember I was joking earlier about you get your shit off and then you have that 10-second kind of like beat drop. My Time has that, Begin has that, and this has it. They're literally kind of, I'm not gonna say the same song, because I think that the structure a little differently.
I think with him though, with those three,
those songs close to you.
I didn't
sound kind of similar.
Yes and no. As far as like the structure, yeah, that you're right. They all had that structure,
Yeah.
but as far different,
You know what I mean though? Like
yeah,
song comes on, hook, pre-chorus, chorus, beat rocks out, jump back into verse, pre-chorus, chorus, beat rocks out.
yeah. The structure of the
push it
song.
down.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the structure is definitely similar as hell, and it's kind of almost like formulaic. Like I said, the most used brush, you're gonna kind of get him with hitting the same thing, and kind of hitting the same beats, kind of, which you don't really want to. You want some familiarity there with artists, but you don't want them to kind of like be pigeonholed into one style.
Do y'all think our opinion
it
is
works for
skewed?
some people though? Mike's been doing the same style for a while.
Mike who?
Mike
I think it's
Jackson.
Mike Jack.
What's the same style he was doing?
That pop style, same formulaic, the way he built the song, same thing. Even sometimes the same BPM, same instrument, same tempo. Only thing he would speed up or slow it down. Same ad libs, that never changes, but that's a part of who he is. But like, so I mean,
Dangerous Michael
it
Jackson
works.
doesn't sound like bad Michael Jackson. Bad Michael Jackson doesn't sound like
It's all
Thriller.
structured.
So if we're
I would
talking
say they live on the
structure, which
same
is what-
street.
Yeah, they fucking
I don't know.
neighbors.
I think they fucking changed. They go from pop funk to redefining what pop is with the Thriller album. Then you get to Bad, where
How far
has
away
more
do you
rock
think
album.
Billie Jean and Bad sound?
Very far away. One is a super funky pop John, like
I
early
think- I
80s.
think
One sound
I
like-
think
I
just
think
the
that's
BPM is
extremely-
different in that case.
one sound like the
Right.
early 80s, one sound like the late 80s or mid 80s rather.
And
But
I was about to say, I think that's just instrumentation and sounds with production. Like, when you make shit sound newer.
Bad is way grander than Billie Jean is. Billie Jean is a low eerie song, low mid tempo eerie song. Bad is a grandiose kind of production.
Yeah,
Like-
no shade. I mean this like
Yeah, no,
respectfully as
I'm just saying
possible.
like the difference.
I
and
literally
then you
wonder
get
what would
from that-
happen if you put the vocals on each and flip them.
Look how different Bad and Remember the Time sound. You know what I'm saying? Jam doesn't sound like anything on that album. Like nothing.
Yeah, I get both points.
He
Yeah, I get-
redefines.
I
No,
get
you gonna
both.
get my points.
that seems to be what we working for.
But no, I was just saying. I think that I heard that shit. It's not. Anyway, like I said, he sounds different in every era. So he may have his like I said, each artist is going to have their thing that they do. Beyonce has that pop dance that she always does with her hips and everything like that. It's a signature. Everybody has a signature, but I think artistically, Michael Jackson changed every time he dropped new music, a new project. He completely changed and went with different type of production and a whole theme and everything like that.
All of that
Different
was,
animals, same
all of that
beast.
was
No.
cool,
it's
but
not.
like, as far as the structure, which was the question, the structure
Yeah, I was
stayed the
talking
same.
about structure.
The
I
entire
said the
time.
structure was. I said
The
the structure was the
the
same.
instrumentation through any incarnation of Mike once he turned pop was always the same. So it was just maybe the instruments got better, they got deeper, he got a little bit more of a budget. But I mean, you know what to expect from a Mike album, except for the last couple, and he was just off the wall.
See what you did there.
See what you did.
But it was definitely. I think some artists have their niche and they can work it throughout their entire career. Especially because they'll have a fan base that's like loyally niche to them.
I like
you know
Kanye.
what I mean?
I don't think Kanye has like a structure for real.
I got another question for y'all.
I don't think so either, because every album sounds different.
Have
Literally, even the way he's approached this.
Have we heard enough of
sometimes I hate that.
JK's solo work to
Have we done any?
well,
other
not
solo
like
work?
have we heard enough? Is it fair to do preconceived. We're not doing preconceived notions of
I was
it.
gonna say this after a year of watching.
To assume what it's gonna sound like.
Not even so much to assume. Okay, so like with J Hope and stuff like that, we've heard like mixtapes and everything now. With RM, you have mixtapes. Suge, you have mixtapes and shit like that. Like you get enough content with certain people by themselves to kind of read the
We need a
room.
head model.
Even certain people have done in the group so many songs that are just that are totally opposite. Like what we're doing right here with the Michael Jackson thing. You're gonna start getting into like one of those tedious arguments where it's like it's in the same registry. No, but the cadence is
It really
off,
shouldn't be a tedious argument. I mean, it's either.
Well, I think it's enough wiggle room for it to be an argument. Where
It's literally what you're talking about. I'm saying if you're talking about one thing like production, okay. If you're talking about structure, then it's cool. But you know, like I said, it really don't. Like I said, I look at Michael Jackson as an artist who redefined himself every single time you saw him. But I'm bringing it back to J.K. Like I said, I think he does so much with the group that you want. So when you see him solo, you kind of want something like just totally opposite. But I'm like, he is BTS, so I don't see how you.
So I was circling it back that way to be like, I haven't felt that way yet.
Felt what way?
That I want something so different from JK because he hasn't given me a solo project yet, so I don't care because these are all BTS.
We don't know what
songs.
it is, right? We don't really.
Yeah,
know
like
so,
I guess that's my thing then. If
You don't want to give him a genre before he decides what genre he wants for himself.
yeah, it's almost like remember we went in the.
I think he's the most all-rounder
rounded.
kind of. Yeah, I feel like he could do any genre that all of them do.
Remember we went to Jack in the Box and kinda if you listen to our statements a month before it was like, oh, okay, hip hop back, like
Hope
we about to
World
get
2.
that.
Yeah.
Hope World 2. And it flipped it on his head and gave us like something else. And then you're like, oh, okay, he's a different artist, et cetera, et cetera. All that to say, I just kind of want to wait to see what I get from JK before I kind of cast certain like stones and shit like that.
What was the stone that was cast?
That basically he sounds just like BTS on the songs. It's kind of where I was reading the room from what y'all were saying.
But you didn't get my last part that I just said. I was like, BTS is him. So everything they do, we already covered that it's a wide range of music genres that BTS hits over the course of their career. He's at the forefront of everything. So I'm like, you got to think. Of course, he's going to sound like BTS. Like, of course, the songs are going to come out a certain way until it gets to like a solo project.
Well, I guess does Stigma sound like a BTS song to you?
No.
Does Lie sound like a BTS song?
No.
Does Dechita sound like a BTS song?
No, that's literally what I'm saying.
So I said
all of the other. He's the structure. He's like the main thing that sets the tone for every song. So you see
y'all
him,
jump in the comments too and tell us if y'all feel it.
Yeah, you're gonna see him doing everything from all the title tracks. He's part of the chorus. But look, perfect example. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. All three of them sing the chorus, but
they
all of them you get a
choruses
different
sound
effect.
different.
You get a different
chorus sounds
effect with
different
each
on
time, and you know what I'm saying. The brush that's remembered the most is the strokes that Jimmy put on the painting was the ones that really stood out in the painting. So with Blood, Sweat, and Tears chorus. So.
Did his brush stand out more to you on though than anybody else?
Yes,
Oh.
but that's what I'm saying. You see a moment there.
Mm-hmm.
You see moments there where that's what I'm talking about, JK. That's what you can do that nobody else in the group can do like you do.
But some
Moments
people
like-
argue JK has more of those moments than any other member in BTS.
I can't say that.
I said some people.
Yeah, no. I said, in my opinion,
Yeah.
I can't say that he does. But I feel like I said,
K-pop Gohan.
oh my god. hey, now that you mention,
Has so much potential.
I feel like he joined the group when he was 13, right? He's been, how old is he now? Like
okay, you actually
20
remember something. Wow. Mr. Never, he be like, yo, what happened with JK? I never seen him remember shit about JK.
What, how old is he again? How old is JK? Does anybody know how old JK is?
25 years old.
25. He's been in the group for about like a good, 10, 12 years.
Oh, shit.
I feel like he hasn't been able to really he hasn't really been able to have time to work on his sound or what his solo work is gonna be. So it's pretty interesting to see because I feel like he's in a position where, like you said, he's the main vocalist. So the BTS sound is majority. Like he helped create that sound. You know what I mean?
I know. How would y'all feel about that then? If he's just like, I know he would never say it, but what if he was just like, this group sound is my sound?
I'd be like, damn, all right, you living in your truth.
That's his truth.
So.
I would beg to differ.
And even writing and sound and other stuff, he's
been in
accomplished. He has 150 writing credits, vocal arrangements, and plus on like BTS shit and everything. So it's maybe he is, maybe BTS is me.
Stat whore.
What is his sound?
Pull those numbers from.
But I think that's the thing. So
do you think it's been holding him back?
I won't say holding him back, but you can. At some point, you could probably argue with everybody because we've seen what Hope did. In Hope World and Jack in the Box, as opposed to like some of the stuff that we might get from him on the group on a consistent basis. Same thing with Sugar as far as his two mixtapes, as far as what we get from the group. I think everybody holds back to a degree because it's not about them individually when they're on the same thing. It's about everybody. So I'm gonna give you everything that you need from me. It's not everything I can give, but it's what you need from me at this point in time. You don't need me to spaz out. You don't need me to hit that Eminem flow. You don't need me to drop this deep poem. You don't need me to hit the super high note that's gonna break somebody's eardrums. You don't need me to scream really loud. Like, so I mean. So I can come out there and I can do exactly what you need me to do, and give you everything that you need as opposed to what I want to do to kind of put my mark on our group project.
So let's do some content.
Word is bond.
So do y'all feel as though BTS has a plethora of sounds?
Yes,
they do.
So with that being said, if y'all feel like he sounds like BTS, isn't that indicating that JK has a plethora of sounds?
You're not saying nothing.
I think he has those sounds.
It's not about production.
But can he execute all of them?
That's on his lonely. How do you do all of this by yourself? Or what all can you hold on?
Because I think it's some stuff.
It's
some stuff that only Sugar could do.
He's like, Nick, what are you starting?
I'm with it.
They'd be like, because I was about to be like, well, do you feel like he does everything at a good to elite level?
Yes.
So it's
Not
like
everything.
Rapper, high notes, he can belt it, falsetto it, whatever you kind of need him to do.
And it was a note that
the thing is, he's the most flexible. He has the most flexible voice where comfortably singing and belting, where it doesn't sound like he's
straining or out of range.
He's the Swiss Army knife for the group.
Like that. He handles.
He's a spackle.
Everything. So I think yes, he can do it, but it's like I said, how much of it can you do by yourself?
I don't know about the rapping part too much.
He
used to carry the first couple albums and shit.
I mean, if you want to talk about him, right? I don't know about him writing a rap, but like performing a rap.
Oh no, I'm just talking about performing. And then,
it's this guy.
Yeah. Then the video we watched the video we watched yesterday too also was explaining that if rappers aren't there or ill, he has to step in and he does those too. Jimin was hurt on one of the tours and he was like, yo, can you jump in and do falsetto it or do any part that I'm lacking on and shit too. So I'm not gonna say feel bad and shit like that, even though Redeemers made me feel bad.
I don't know what it's to feel bad about. It's something we looking forward to.
They basically let me jump back because you missed the other joint. They took like our LeBron comment and just was like, basically, we shouldn't act like that. Remember how I got to a point with Bron and shit where it was like, yo, Bron just dropped 32, 12, and 10. Niggas be like, oh, it was another day at the office. Like, he do that. So it's cool.
Oh, that's what you said?
He was like, no, I didn't say that.
Who said it?
No, I said them stats, but they was just like, not so much niggas be taking Cookie for granted.
I think the question was asked to me because they were like, and I said, well, I kind of went the opposite way with my
bias conversation.
Because like he was obviously to me the standout of I can do everything, but that's not everybody's personality. So that's why as a bias, I wouldn't necessarily pick him. Initially, like RM, like the way he was kind of stoic as in the videos that I saw him, I was like, okay, cool, I like RM. But as I got to know people's personalities and everything else, but that's off subject. But that's how the conversation started, and then we all kind of broke into the individual. Like, yeah, I could kind of see where you're coming from, and then it kind of broke down to whatever the LeBron conversation was eventually at the end of it. But it was just out of place. It was almost like the same way we have like who's your top 5 groups in K-pop, but BTS don't count. There's a reason why they don't count. There's a reason why we take them out of the equation, because. Not to belittle anybody else, but everybody else is skilled, but they're more skilled to a point, obviously, in certain conversations and scenarios. So we eliminate them to make the choices better for everybody else.
I just find it unique that I guess like imagine you're a third party listening to us have a conversation and you hear someone says, "Yo, this person is the most well-rounded person in the group."
And you have a upset with that?
Oh no! Imagine like you're listening to like people talking. It's like this person is the most well-rounded person. Everything he does is good or elite. He's arguably a standout in a majority of things. When we said that's debatable, depending on like what tracks you like from them and everything else and stuff like that.
Being aggressive.
But yet we still feel like we don't know who you are, or we still haven't felt your presence on like a track that felt like it was just yours. When your counterparts have. Y'all felt his counterparts' presence on things that were still BTS. I wasn't even naming some shit that was people's other projects. Like, you know what I mean? Some shit we were naming were projects that were still on BTS projects.
When were you talking about? We was naming them.
When I started saying how you feel about Stigma and all those, like those songs.
But yeah,
those are still BTS projects.
But those two songs, out of all their solo songs on the album, for me, it goes in order: Lies, Stigma, Mama. Then Reflection, Awake. Well, shit, no, because Begin.
You begin on the
Begin, Reflection, Awake, and then First Love is the last one for. But it's so hard because all of them are great songs, but Lies sounds like a masterpiece. Stigma sounds like some some blues, neo soul or blues if you want to go there. And then Mama's like a Kirk Franklin kind of song, almost like gospel rap. And so like those really stand out to where like that was nothing you expected from these three guys before then. You know what I'm saying? The most out of everybody. Begin, I kind of expected something like that from.
That's not fair.
No. Expected meaning the song itself is not nothing out of the realm of like what he was doing. Whereas before you didn't get that kind of like it seemed like Jimin and V really spread their wings. And I'm not even trying to be like pun heavy or nothing, but I'm saying it seemed like they really spread their wings on their album and went in a totally different direction sonically, something that you wouldn't expect from them before. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like some of the other guys, yeah, they did it too, and it, like I said, because it's imagine you're ranking 7 masterpieces, so it's like. When you say 1 and 7, like it's bad, it's not bad at all. It's just these were really that good, in my opinion. It felt like these guys really did something that I
get that nigga. He ain't saying my opinion.
So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm interested
and that's why I said those songs are like kind of different from anything like that, because it don't sound like nothing else BTS did before or that you would expect from said artists.
Yeah, that's why I'm interested to kind of to see how Redeemers rank it, or like kind of how they feel about the sounds, because I find this like conversation very interesting.
Shit, look at Serendipity and then Singularity. You know what I'm saying? Is that so? Those two. And then Euphoria, it's the same thing again. It felt like, Serendipity. Whoa, I was going to say that. Imagine the 4 vocalists each taking a turn at Serendipity. It sounds like a totally different. Even if you keep the same production, the way each guy sings is totally different. Jimin has the light, airy sound.
Yeah, I would love to hear Jimin on.
Jin is like the fire.
Singularity.
Jin is like the big fire, kind of like uncontrolled, big bellowing, belting. Then V is like water, like smooth, kind of like flowy type deep vocals. And then JK is the grounded one, who his voice is going to do check all the technical boxes and everything like that. So I feel like I said, it really depends on what you want to hear.
Another question too.
I said Jin is the belting fire. Kind of like uncontrolled
like
belting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does My Time sound like a BTS song?
No.
I don't think so neither.
No, that sounds like a Chris Brown song. We said that, yeah. Mm-hmm. From a production standpoint, the way he sings it though is not out of like I think that's where I came back to as far as Jarek's initial comment.
I do like his vocal arrangements on there.
No, I didn't like it. I said
my fault. I'm not chopping words in your mouth.
It's not like changing anything. Yeah,
that ain't what I said.
Yeah. No, I'm saying like I do feel like he belted and drawled a little bit. It does get to points in there where it's just like,
I like the scatting at the end though. That was something different.
Okay. Nah, I found those conversations very interesting, especially when it gets to like because we've had these off camera like what what songs sound like BTS songs from individual members versus what song sounds like people's own creation. But I don't know. Like I said, if maybe his sound is like BTS because he is BTS.
Foundation of BTS, man. It's like Ralph being the foundation of New Edition.
I was just about to say
we
Ralph.
said that before, and I was like, I didn't have an issue with that. If anyone said, "Hey, this Ralph song sounds like a New Edition song,"
You like New Edition?
oh well, I guess you like
then
New Edition.
Shut the fuck up. What are we talking about?
And I know on here we do push for a lot of like the K idols. When we hear their sound, we kind of want more, or we kind of looking for evolution and like the artists and stuff. And I think that's us. And
I think the main
general
thing that what it comes down to is just kind of or the K-pop thing. Remember the fact that we have so many people, and it's always lines trade-offs for the most part until you get to like subunit songs sometimes, which BTS has a subunit song that might be one I'll get into it later. But JK is a part of a subunit of this song, and it is fucking amazing. But we haven't reacted to it yet. I don't think so.
low cheated.
No, I did.
Low cheated.
He was like, I heard it on a commercial and something changed.
Nah, but shit, you dumped me on track. But yeah, because we're always going over like line distribution and everything
That's
like
something
that.
a cheater
I
would
think
say.
if more people if they did more like subunit songs, you get these guys painting different. Like I said, if we want to keep with that metaphor, the subunit is JK, J-Hope, and Jin. So they all play a different role and kind of just like really fleshing that out and layering that up. Man, you might be able to
But that's a subunit too that their skill sets seem to be heavily favor each other for.
But that's not even a subunit I would think of, especially with this song. This is one of those cases where I thought they would have thrown Jimin on this song and put him in there whenever we react to it. I thought they would have put him in there, and he's not in there. And JK just like you get to listen to Jin and JK kind of color more and color differently and take it places that usually another member would go to.
Yeah, anything else you want to add? I just was getting the most content out of y'all I can. I wanted to have a different conversation than when we had on here before.
You are the cause of my euphoria.
Yeah, man. If y'all love content like this, hit that subscribe button. Become a real redeemer today. Especially if you guys have been watching like 20 videos and haven't subscribed. I don't know what's going on with y'all.
What?
We're part of your daily life at this point. Y'all
You
watching
love
us.
us.
Y'all watching us in calculus class. So hit that subscribe button.
Fuck calculus.
Oh my god. Also, make sure y'all jump on the Patreon. We're gonna be getting into Euphoria, the live version, and it's JK Day. Our whole day on Patreon is just gonna basically be cookie. So if you love cookie, you love BTS, jump on there. Dope content. Gonna holla at y'all. Peace.